Tori here, and thank you for joining my channel. So today's topic is basic posing without hands. So I'm going to teach you a few of my favorite tips on how to pose or how to improve your poses without necessarily relying on props, your hands, or anything. So let's get started. First and most important tip is to stretch before taking pictures. This will allow you to be more relaxed when taking photos and your muscles will be more smooth. You won't be crunched up like this and you won't have a really stiff shoulder and neck. So first things first, do some stretches. Tip number 2 is to relax even before you're in front of the camera. And I don't know why, but naturally I feel like a lot of people, even myself, get really nervous when there's a camera involved. So please forget about the camera and just relax before you even get started. If you feel like you're shooting and you're starting to get more and more tense and your face is getting more and more stiff, go ahead, stop for a minute, take a break, get some water, or perhaps what I like to do if you don't have much of a time for a break is to roll back your shoulders a couple times, move your neck, and then kind of like move your mouth. It's really weird, you don't have to do it in front of people, but kind of like a yawn, just to relax those cheek muscles so now you feel relaxed and ready to shoot again. Tip number 3 is to have good posture. So you'll see a lot of models in in magazines who are kind of like slouching over, but that is more of an intentional pose than it is actual posture. So having good postures in photos gives you more relaxed shoulders, also more of a defined angle, and looks very elegant. If you're going to do those slouched over poses, you'll have to practice those on your own. But naturally, if you want more kind of soft and natural photos, start out with good posture and try to maintain that posture throughout the photo shoot. Tip number 4. So tip number 4 is the placement of the chin. Now you may not think it's really important, but placing the chin can pretty much give you a nice shape to your face, or it can end up in either a triple chin or a nostril shot inside your photo. So that's not what we want to do. We kind of want to avoid that kind of posing. Now it does really depend on the photographer as well, as if they're standing up high, if they're down low, that is kind of up to them to decide on what kind of picture to take, but you can kind of work the camera, so to speak, by maintaining a good chin level. So let me show you how to do it. So what you want to do is you find the camera, find the lens. You want to be pretty much directly facing the lens like this, and you can pretty much take shots from here like this, or if you kind of want that nice model defined jaw, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your chin and you're just going to move it downwards just a little tiny bit. So here's normal, and then down. You might have to play around to see which kind of angle works best for your chin, because everyone's jaw is shaped quite different. So if you have a very clear-cut jaw, you most likely don't have to tilt it down as much. But if you are like me and you have more of a rounded face or an oval face, then you're gonna have to kind of find where the maximum level is to where you don't start getting a double chin, and then where it's kind of still complementing to your face. Okay, now that we've covered relaxing posture and chin placement, let's move on to working angles of your face. So tip number 5. Tip number 5 is to work the different angles of your face while maintaining the same body posture. So let's start with a very basic pose. So start facing the camera, and all you're going to do is you're pretty much going to move only your head. So not shoulders, not yet. Let's start with just your head. And you're gonna find and work different angles of the camera. So let's try it. Okay, so how did it go for you? So you may have noticed in my video that I was also moving my eyes. So that's another kind of weapon we can use when modeling is we have the movement of your face and the movement of your eyes to create a little more like variety within your photos. So now that you've pretty much got the movement of your head and now the movement of your eyes as well, let's go ahead and start moving your upper body. Now this is where you can do a lot more different poses because now you can add your shoulders into the poses as well as your lower arms. So we're still not adding hands yet. We're going to just start with pretty much opening up our body by putting our hands on our waist. You can open up and create more of an open shoulder, and you can kind of start twisting around. Remember angles, eyes, face. You can kind of experiment, see what you can do. Try not to use your hands. I know it's hard, it's awkward. But the key is to kind of get a variety going without hands because sometimes you don't need hands in every shot. There's different body angles, of course. You have facing to the front. We can do to the side. You can do almost to the back, but you start losing your face. I don't really recommend that one yet. So let's just stick with front and moving your body to the side. So you can see my shoulder is kind of with the camera, and then you can work your face from there. Look back, look at the camera. You can go forward, look at the camera. Don't forget to look away, use your eyes. And you can also do almost a diagonal kind of like position where you're not side and you're not front. And this one allows you to kind of lean and pose. So the key takeaways from this video is first to be relaxed when shooting and to have fun. Next is going to be to maintain a good posture throughout your shooting. Also not to crush the chin or to bring it up too high, but to have it facing the camera, or remember, a little bit pointed down. Next is to kind of work the angles of your face and find some kind of angles that you like, and to work the eyes as well. So not always following the camera wherever you go, but to kind of look out and to enjoy whatever you're staring at. And lastly is to move your upper body so that you get some angles, and to open your kind of your shoulders by using your hands below, not hands in the film yet. So we'll get there in the next one. So hopefully these tips were helpful to you. So don't forget to subscribe and to like so that other people can find this video and can help with their posing tips. Even if you're not a model, you can always use some great poses for any occasion. So I'll see you next time.